from the Wolverines' den in Leicester, Massachusetts at Leicester High School. Charter Communications and Charter TV3 proudly present live coverage of Central Mass High School basketball. Tonight, a Swickle rivalry renewed. It is the Leicester Wolverines and the Oxford Pirates. It's Central Mass High School hoops on Charter TV3. Hello, everyone, and welcome. Down to the floor, Kevin Shea alongside of Kevin Wells. And Kevin, these two teams played each other a week ago. It was a game in which Oxford went up huge, but Leicester came all the way back. It was a one-possession game down the stretch. What are you expecting here tonight, especially if familiarity breeds contempt?
Well, first and foremost, this is a rivalry that goes back decades, so that in itself makes it a big game. Oxford did have a substantial lead early last week, but I'll tell you what, tonight they're giving up home court advantage. The Wolverines are at home. It's going to be a barn burner, no doubt.
It is Leicester and Oxford. We're back with the opening tip-off right after this.
Local news from Central Massachusetts for Central Massachusetts. Reporters in the field. And an in-depth local forecast. Worcester News tonight on Charter TV3.
I'm District Attorney Joe Early, and I'm proud to partner with Charter Communications with our pledge to help raise awareness that bullying should not be tolerated. From local school students, here is our message.
If you see someone getting bullied, stand up for them. You never know what a few words can do.
We need to foster safe environments for students in their schools and their communities. Join the anti-bully crusade. Take a stand to lend a hand. Don't be a bully.
Presented by the law offices of Joseph J. Corriglia.
I'm standing here in the Canal District in front of one of Worcester's old mills, the old Crompton Loom Works, built in 1860. It's got a new local developer, and he's developing it for mixed use. This is just one example of things that are happening in Worcester that we're excited about. Politics in Worcester is a lot like Kelly Square. It's chaos, you don't know who's coming from where and from what angle, and yet somehow it all works. Please join me on Central Mass Chronicles and Charter TV3.
Just like in baseball, good sports reporting relies on the bullpen. There are days when our front man just doesn't have his stuff anymore.
What is he doing? This is brutal.
I think it's Grafton. It could be Bartlett. It's a green and white team.
You don't have it tonight. You're done.
Son of a bitch. I f***ing have it. Tell me I don't
I can still bring it.
Yes, time. All right, that's actually Bartlett versus Milbury, and it's Todd DeShane for Milbury.
I'm just glad I can be a role guy here.
Local news from Central Massachusetts for Central Massachusetts. Reporters in the field. And an in-depth local forecast. Worcester News tonight on Charter TV3.
Welcome back, everyone, to Leicester Memorial High School as we get ready for tonight's game. Leicester and Oxford. And we're going to take a look at the starting lineups. We've got Leicester, Jack O'Neill, just a sophomore, but boy, he is one of the best in the sophomore class anywhere around. 6'1", he's got size, he's got strength. Kyle Panini, great football player. Kyle Enberg, what an athlete he is. Anthony Goodney, Samuel Kenny, rounding out the starting five for Leicester. For the Oxford Pirates, it is the starting five that can light it up. Three of them in double figures and 1-9. Makati Owusu, Jared Perkins, Duvall. Here's the anthem. All right. Well, here we go. We've got Leicester And we have Oxford and Mike Lynch, the head coach of the Leicester Wolverines. This is a great rivalry game, as Kevin, you mentioned at the top of the broadcast. And it's a game where both teams know each other well. The kids on each team know each other well, some of them from other sports. Some of them play against each other in the fall. Anthony McDonald, the head coach of the Oxford Pirates. Mac, a former standout athlete at Oxford High School, and then went on to play at Anna Maria under Dave Shea.
You know, Kevin, just recently we had a ball game at Wachusett, and they were going to and are paying tribute to the loss of one of the moms of one of the young men on the team. And with this Oxford team, it's the same thing. The warm-up shirts say Karen Strong, and that is Karen Erickson. If you take a look at number 22, that's Joel Erickson, Karen's son, and she lost a battle to cancer. So the community and the school has certainly been behind Joel.
Yeah, it's great to see the support from the community.
So Leicester matches up man-to-man.
Here's Owusu. Oxford putting it to the floor, kicks it to the corner. Short jumper from the wing is off the mark. As Joel Erickson.
Jared Perkins with a little dribble drive and a kick. Jared's been playing at the varsity level a couple years now.
Yeah. Yeah, he averages just under 13 points a game. In the Swickle C, Oxford has the second, third, and fourth leading scorers in the league, and it's the Leicester Wolverines that get on the board first. Kyle Padini, the standout football player. Boy, he had a great fall. Tremendous running back, just breakaway.
Padini didn't waste any time, saw a lane and just took it hard to the basket, laid it in off the window.
Good drop step up off the window from Clayton Silva. Silva leads the team in scoring at 13 a game.
Good call with the drop step, used the window nicely.
Here's Padini, his brother, a former captain of the Becker College football team. Offensive rebound for the Wolverines. Kennedy with the board. Kennedy battling again, Sam Kenny rather. Fish on, Dan Kenny fame.
You're going to see both teams look to run, Kevin, and take advantage of any opportunity they can to get an easy bucket.
Padini shot, long rebound, battled for, knocked loose by Goodney. Goodney trying to get the handle, still loose, and it's collected there by Jared Perkins.
Well, it wasn't pretty, but great hustle by both teams. The Pirates coming up with it. Here's the break.
Perkins is a great athlete, too, for Oxford. And that's Silva. Clayton Silva showing his size and his strength. He's got a couple field goals, and there's a block. And the Oxford Pirates section loving it. Joel Erickson getting up for the big swat.
Nice block there. Key play for the Pirates. Leicester gets it out of bounds on the baseline. Big steal.
Here's a steal. Duvall. Coast to coast, off the window. Largest lead of the ball game for the Pirates, a 4-point advantage.
Alex Duvall with really good defense, great timing and anticipation of the pass with the lane at the other end.
And coming right back down Main Street is Jack O'Neill.
Jack O'Neill, you know, one of the premier guards in the area, jumps real well. He's strong, he shoots the basketball. Overall, a really good athlete, including in football.
Yeah, he really is. He got hurt early in the season in football, came back, and was a great contributor for the Wolverines. And they'll have him back again next year.
Well, I'll tell you, Silver is just a bear on the boards. 2 offensive rebounds and a putback finally for the Pirates.
Pretty good possession. You're padding your stats. Jack O'Neill's uncle, Tim Griffiths, is the head football coach at Leicester. Next to Tommy Lauder, he's Mr. Leicester. I would say he's 1A. Lauder's number 1. He's 1A. Phil Robo 2. Because Robo has the split allegiances with Auburn and Leicester. And now some swinging.
A loose ball foul.
Elbows.
Erickson picks up the foul.
Goodney throwing the bows. .453 to play here in the first quarter. 8-4, Oxford in front.
So both teams, Kevin, matched up man-to-man so far, but you'll see Leicester go into their bag of tricks, and they'll come up with a little bit of zone. They may mix the zone up during the course of the game.
Here's O'Neal. Skips it over.
Oxford showing a little bit of zone themselves.
And Goodney goes to the rack, and he is fouled. Goodney picks up the foul on Clayton Silva. Silva's first. Well, it's a good strategy, too. Take it right at the big man.
Well, I think, Silva is one of the driving forces behind the paint for the Pirates, if you will. So to attack the glass and to take it to him is really, really important for the Wolverines.
Goodney knocks them both down.
Goodney, a 6-foot sophomore for Leicester, has been a mainstay in their offense. Almost turned over.
And here's Owusu. Owusu, one of the leading scorers for this squad as well. They go inside now.
Great step through.
Silva. Yeah, it's great fundamental basketball, Kevin. You mentioned it's footwork, and that comes with hours and hours of practice.
Well, he picked his position, he posted up, and he found a spot. He was able to step right through and go up strong. Having a great start here are the Pirates.
Panini looks inside. Here's O'Neal. O'Neal averages 16 points a game. That is second best in the Swickle B. Leicester's going to need him to heat up.
Wusu, little point guard, got a great handle, the floor general for the Pirates.
Erickson on the wing. Here's Owusu. Out of Perkins. Shot clock running down, 2, and a travel.
Well, the shot clock.
With 1 turnover.
Shot clock was going down, so what happens is you get a little antsy.
Yep.
You want to get that shot off, and nobody was open.
There you saw Anthony McDonald, the head coach of the Oxford Pirates. We saw him quickly in that shot, and along with Dee Aldridge. Dee Aldridge, a great basketball player, great basketball mind, has coached at the collegiate level, at the high school level.
Well,
Loves basketball.
Last year, he came in partway through the season as the varsity coach at Uxbridge High School, and he took a team, I believe they were like 3-5.
Yeah.
And I think they went 10-3 the rest of the season. Got into the districts, got into the Clark. Great job by Leicester getting back.
O'Neal, the feed, and Kenny, the layup. Samuel Kenny streaking to the hoop for 2. No, you're right. He did a phenomenal job with the Uxbridge Spartans a year ago in turning him around quickly. And he's a guy, he's a gym rat, but any team that he coaches is going to be fundamentally sound. They're going to know the game. We got a holding call.
Yeah, grabbing the shirt.
Friscola picks up his first, Joseph Friscola.
David Aldridge told me, he knows that I'm the associate headmaster now at Putnam Science Academy. He said he brought Uxbridge High to watch one of their games last year. And he said that the kids watched how hard they warmed up and said, we don't play hard enough. And the next day, there was a switch that was turned.
Really?
Yeah.
See, but that's a great move. It's a great move for him to bring them down to see a premier prep school. Nice job by Leicester.
Great pass.
On the move, it was Bryce Goslin to Friscola.
Bryce showing off the guns after that make.
We're all tied up, 10 apiece.
Set. No, actually, that was Joe Friscola, I think, scored that.
Yeah, it was. That was his first 2. The feed.
Nice reverse lay-in.
Pretty play.
Duval's
got 4.
Nice job. So actually, last year, Putnam Science had Hamadou Diallo, who is the star freshman at Kentucky.
You're talking about guys that are going to be, that are there now, and then I know you have a stable of guys down there now that are going to be mid-major or higher. and you'll be watching them, on TV next year, the year after.
Currently ranked number 3 in the country of all the prep schools, but the kid Diallo at Kentucky is going to be a lottery pick. Maybe not a lottery pick, but he'll go in the first round of the NBA draft as a freshman this year.
That's amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Good look inside, right to the elbow.
Good help defense from Goslin, knocked it free. And Oxford gets the timeout. They had possession. Anthony McDonald calling for the timeout quickly to save possession. Good job from the coach. Good job from Clayton Silva as he battled and got possession of the basketball.
So there'll be 19 seconds left when they get the ball back and inbound the basketball. 12-10, the Pirates with the advantage. And again, the last time they played, Oxford had a comfortable lead. It dwindled and dwindled. Yeah. They ended up holding on. Leicester came roaring back. They won by 3. So, of course, when you play home, that's an automatic advantage. So this game coming into it is really a wash. I believe Oxford only has 1 loss in the league, you were telling me at the onset.
Yeah, they do. They have only 1 loss in their bracket of the Swickle. I saw them play South High School at South early in the season, and, man, they were tooth and nail, back and forth with South. It was a great game, and that's a really good South team, a top 10 team. You look at what Leicester has coming up. Home against Uxbridge, at Bartlett, home against Tantasco, Prouty, Abbey Kelly, Southbridge. So a good home stretch, and then they go on the road for the final month of the season. Douglas, Quabog, Prouty, and Gansett. And, of course, everyone is hoping, everyone that's Clark eligible is hoping that at the end of that stretch there, that they're at Clark University in the Neller Center for the Clark Tournament.
It's amazing how quickly it comes. It'll be here before you know it.
Yeah, you're not kidding. Literally just over a month away. Oxford with the ball in the lead. They're up by 2. Owusu no good. Loose ball corralled there by Goslin. Oh, Kenny rather. Samuel Kenny's had a nice first quarter.
Nice drive to the basket. Just couldn't finish that time. Pirates in the zone.
Kenny, 3 from the corner. Hook, line, and sinker.
Well, there you go. That gives the lead to Leicester.
Yep. 1-point advantage for the Wolverines. Kenny with a deep 3.
No shot clock, so the game clock will end here.
And here we go, a 3, no good. Wolverines lost possession. They tried to save it, couldn't. So Oxford will have another crack at it with 6.5 seconds to play in the first quarter. The Cook boys sitting front row, checking it out.
Dad always pays for premier seats.
He does. Gets them on StubHub. End of the first quarter. Leicester coming from behind, and the Wolverines have a 1-point lead at their home gym. Anthony McDonald and the Pirates going to talk things over. We're back with the second quarter right after this.
I'm District Attorney Joe Early, and I'm proud to partner with Charter Communications with our pledge to help raise awareness that bullying should not be tolerated. From local school students, here is our message.
If you see someone getting bullied, stand up for them. You never know what a few words can do.
We need to foster safe environments for students in their schools and their communities. Join the anti-bully crusade. Take a stand to lend a hand. Don't be a bully.
Presented by the law offices of Joseph J. Corriglia.
You can't get Worcester weather from a Boston TV station. The sun could be shining in downtown Boston, but the weather could be very different here in Worcester. People tell me all the time how much they count on our weather forecast, and we know how important that is to our Worcester News Tonight viewers. Each weekday, we'll give you your weather, your 10-day forecast for right here in Worcester, only on Worcester News Tonight.
Worcester's only local forecast, weeknights on Worcester News Tonight.
Welcome back, second quarter underway. Leicester with the ball and the lead, a 1-point advantage for the Wolverines. Felix Melendez in the ball game. Both teams going to the bench.
Oh.
There's a steal by Silva.
Close, almost a block there. Good no call by the officials.
Silva in the paint, lost it. It will remain Oxford ball with 20 seconds on the shot clock. Duvall putting it in play for the Pirates. Owusu up top, and Oxford swings it around. They look inside is Silva, but other than that, they're 4 guys around the arc.
So Leicester zoning up in the 2-3. High ball screen.
Duvall, Perkins, no good. O'Neal the rebound. Jack O'Neal brings it up, 6'1" sophomore. Goodney, O'Neal through from the corner, in and out. Silva the rebound.
Good look for O'Neal. He'll take that shot all day.
Yep. Rebounds about even in the first quarter, except on the offensive side. Oxford had 4 offensive rebounds to Leicester's 1.
Pirates being very patient here, doing a nice job moving the basketball.
Perkins.
6 on the shot.
Silva with 4, turn around off the side of the backboard, and here comes Goodney. Goodney waits for everyone to go by. Gosselin. O'Neal. Dumps it down low. Friscola draws the foul. And Joseph Friscola will go to the line and shoot a pair. 6'3" senior.
I think that's Silva's second foul. Nice job by Leicester getting the ball inside the paint.
Friscola hits the first free throw.
Substitution for the Pirates. Joe Grady, the senior.
Friscola hits them both. 3-point advantage for Leicester, largest lead of the ball game for the Wolverines.
Looks like a 2-1-2 trap. Usually the middleman, O'Neal in this case, will come up. They'll run their traps hard after they bring it over.
There's Perkins. Around the horn they go. Owusu. Shot clock is down to 10, almost
Big
stolen.
steal.
And it is stolen. Kenny, no good, offensive
follow.
rebound. Up and in, good hustle, good heart. Felix Melendez with his first field goal of the night.
Melendez, only a junior, nice job putting himself in position to rebound that ball.
3 from the corner, nothing but net. Eli Gervais. It's a 2-point game. Goodney, no good, and bodies hitting the deck. And O'Neal's going to get called for the foul as he tried to get up there for the offensive board. Gets an over-the-back call.
Well, O'Neal can really, really leap. He gets off the ground, great vertical jump. You know, when he's thick, Kevin, he's a strong
he
kid.
Is very strong.
Take a look at it real quick here.
Played some quarterback for Leicester as well as a freshman on the varsity. In wide receiver, just as you mentioned, he's strong. I mean, it's one thing to be tall.
Here's an example
Look
right
at it
there.
That's body control, it's athleticism.
Yeah, dribble drive along the baseline, then he took it up strong with 2 hands. I was watching him in warm-ups, easily going above the rim with both hands on the basketball.
I'm telling you, he's a guy. Here's a steal by O'Neal. He's a guy that that prep schools are going to target.
Too
go
much.
behind the back. And now we're going to get the foul as
loose ball.
Gosselin tripped up.
Yeah, a little late, but was right.
Yep. There's Joseph Grady with the headband. Grady will check out. Silva coming back in. Mike Lynch, the Leicester head coach. He's got to like it so far. His Wolverines with a 4-point lead. Here's O'Neal. No good. Oh, Goodney with an offensive rebound. Goodney's just a bull.
Two-step stop and a nice dish. Missed opportunity for the Wolverines.
Silva taps it to Perkins. Perkins brings it up. Oxford trailing by 4. A week ago, these teams played, and it was the Pirates with a huge lead, double-digit lead, nearing 20 points. There's a big 3.
Well, that's the second one. One from the right side, one from the left side. Eli Juve.
That gets you back in the ball game in a hurry. It's a 1-point game right now. Gordy Cook coming up out of his seat with those front row tickets. He scored from a scalper.
Nice skip pass by O'Neal.
Nice elevation to the hoop, but just wouldn't go down. Melendez showing a nice ability to get between defenders. Silva down the other end and in and out. Battle for the ball. Padini comes away with it. Padini and Goodney add a nice grit, a little sandpaper to this team. And Lynch calls for the timeout. Leicester will talk it over. The Wolverines with a 1-point lead over the Pirates.
If you feel like you're getting knocked around by the big insurance company, call the law offices of Joseph J. Cariglia. Whether it's a car accident, slip and fall, or dog bite, don't sign anything from the insurance company until you've talked to a lawyer. Hiring a lawyer can double or even triple the initial settlement offer. Don't stand alone against the big insurance companies. Let the law offices of Joseph J. Cariglia fight for you.
Welcome back, everyone. You look at the Oxford Pirates at Quabog. Home against Grafton. Grafton is such a good team, and then they are on the road. Northbridge is phenomenal this year. At Northbridge, at Southbridge, at Bartlett, tough game. At Uxbridge, tough game. Home against Millbury, and then on the road again at Auburn and at Nipmuc. So a lot of road games for the Pirates to close out the second half of the season.
6 of their last 8. They will be packing the bus and heading on the road.
Oxford had a 2-point lead at the 1:48 mark of the first quarter, and then the Wolverines went on a 7-0 run. Took a 5-point advantage at 5:50 of the second quarter. Leicester leads it by 1 right now. Oxford on a 6-2 run to close it to within 1. Enberg.
Nice
Enberg
dribble.
with a sweet scoop, and O'Neal tips it in.
Oh, there he is. You know, great timing by Jack O'Neal. He just goes up and tips it off the glass and in.
You talked about how effortlessly he was getting above the rim in warm-ups. Well, you saw it right there. And the ability to read the basketball, too, Kevin, is something you can't teach. Reading where it's going to come off the iron.
Oh, it's really got away with one there.
Silva drops it home.
Big bucket by Silva. The officials obviously thought there was a little acting going on right there.
Silva has 10 points, back to a 1-point game. Here's O'Neal. O'Neal's got 6.
Nice kick out.
Enberg, smooth from the corner. Kyle Enberg with a triple.
Nice job getting into the paint, forcing the defense to the collapse, and then the kick out. And of course, Enberg knocks it down.
And he's a smooth player.
24-20 advantage for the Wolverines.
Another kid with a lot of varsity experience, playing a couple different sports too. There's Enberg getting out defensively. 8-footer, no good. Enberg the rebound. 2:02 to play in the half. 24-20, Leicester in front, and Perkins is whistled for the foul on O'Neal.
Trip from behind.
Perkins picks up his first.
You know, we were talking, Kevin, in the pregame, and there's very few players at any level anymore. And of course, this is dictated by the NBA that wear high-cut sneakers.
You're right.
You know, I mean, there was the time you started in years ago, you had Cons, Canvas, high tops.
Yep, Chuck Taylors.
Yeah, then it went to leather.
Yep.
And you had to have them.
Yes. O'Neal.
Low post, short corner, Jack O'Neal just kind of
His
targets.
form is perfect too, isn't it? And it's just, when he's up that high above his defenders, see the poise he plays with. It's the largest lead of the ball game for Leicester. But you're right. I remember years ago. Remember the Larry Birds? This was probably like 85, 86. He used to have those. They were black leather high tops. You might as well have been wearing cement shoes. They were so heavy.
Yeah, but I mean, of course, they supported your ankles. There
Yes.
was always a rationale on why you would buy them.
Well, you couldn't roll an ankle because
good
you
call.
couldn't get enough speed to roll an ankle because you were running with weights on your ankles.
Absolutely. Anthony Goodney picks up the foul for Leicester with a push from behind. You know, and then years ago they had the suede.
Yes.
You know, and you'd wear the suede, and
Right.
whether it was, you know, orange or green,
Yeah, you're
and
right.
your socks would all turn orange or green. You know, so it's all a fad. It's
Yeah, you're
all.
right.
The one thing I will tell you is I've never seen boys more color coordinated, starting with sneakers, than today.
Oh, you're right about that.
Hundreds, thousands sometimes of dollars.
Oh, yeah. It is ridiculous.
Yep, the number of shoes is incredible that young men purchase.
Yeah. Well, my wife's best friend, her husband owns a store in New York City. And it is one of these places like, and I remember him telling me about it. He says he sets it up, it's almost like a museum, but the NBA players come in there to buy sneakers, and when the guys are on the road, they all come and he has these, like, you know, he has throwback sneakers, he has this, that, but you talked about thousands of dollars. I mean, NBA guys are coming in there and dropping thousands of dollars on sneakers. It's crazy. I can tell you this, he's doing very well.
Well, all I can tell you is save your money. My kids are all grown up. Yours are on the way. So all of those sneakers, the Shea household will be full.
Oh, it's crazy. It really is.
You know, there's parents in our viewing audience that, you know, their children or their grandchildren are, and they don't have to be ballers. They don't have to be a basketball player. I mean, everyone.
No, fashion.
The shorts have to match.
Yes.
The socks have
Right.
to match.
Well, the socks. How about socks for $30 a piece? You know, socks.
Yeah.
But they're LeBrons, they're elites, they're KDs. I mean, it's crazy. In and out.
26-24. Oxford gets one more shot before the half.
Owusu, Erickson, they swing it around quickly.
Big
and
steal.
Here's the steal. Padini. Up and in. Kyle Padini with the steal and the coast-to-coast layup. It's a 6-point game. Owusu, 3, 2, 1. Gets it off on the run. Back of the iron, won't fall.
Well, great job defensively by the Wolverines and an outstanding finish, 28-22 at the half, the Wolverines.
And Leicester coming from behind. They went on that big run to take a good lead in the second quarter, and they never relinquished it. The Wolverines lead it 28-22 over the Pirates at the half. We'll take a timeout and be back with all of our halftime activities right after this.
We're proud to lead with high school sports stories because we know that's important to our viewers, that's important to our communities. I think it's incredibly unique because you just don't see this amount of coverage other places. We can do 5 and 6 minutes at 10 o'clock, whereas other stations might do 2.5 minutes, and of that, 30 seconds is on high school sports.
It's very easy to be enthusiastic watching these guys play, whether it's high school football or field hockey or lacrosse.
When you see somebody make an outstanding play, you're kind of fired up about that. I come back and I'm like, Kev, I couldn't believe this play I saw in this game.
To see and to kind of be able to capture some of those magic moments when you're there to witness history, that's really cool. We're out there every day shooting the games ourselves and coming back and editing it and writing it ourselves.
You get a certain insight that you don't get if you're, say, in a press box.
We never forget the players that come from Central Mass. Those that are lucky enough to play professional sports, we follow them in the pros.
We never forget those guys coming from Central Mass.
I've had people come up and say to me that, you know, we still watch and we're still fans because they can watch on TV.
Has it brought fans to the game? Has it impacted local sports? I hope so. Coaches tell us it has. Certainly our goal is just to cover the game and to really highlight the positive of high school and local college sports.
And we're enjoying what we do, and that I hope that comes across. There's no other place I'd rather be, and there's no other job I'd rather do.
I know everybody agrees with me that it's wonderful to see construction cranes in Worcester. We've got buildings going up, the colleges are all building, things are happening in Worcester. On Chronicles, we hope to be talking about all the issues that affect Worcester. There's a lot of development going on, a lot of interesting politics, always our share of scandal and whatnot, and we hope to have a lively repartee. Very interesting, lots going on, and we want you to tune in and watch us talk about it.
I'm District Attorney Joe Early, and I'm proud to partner with Charter Communications with our pledge to help raise awareness that bullying should not be tolerated. From local school students, here is our message.
If you see someone getting bullied, stand up for them. You never know what a few words can do.
We need to foster safe environments for students in their schools and their communities. Join the anti-bully crusade, take a stand to lend a hand, don't be a bully.
Presented by the law offices of Joseph J. Coriglia.
Local news from Central Massachusetts for Central Massachusetts. Reporters in the field. And an in-depth local forecast. Worcester News Tonight on Charter TV3.
All right, welcome back, everyone. We are at the half. Leicester in front of Oxford, 28-22 at the half. Kevin Shea alongside of Kevin Wells. And thank you for tuning in tonight to our coverage of Central Mass High School basketball. Kevin, it's credit again. It's kind of, Oxford got out to a huge lead the first time these two teams played. It was a 17-point lead. Now, in the first quarter, they were out to a lead, manageable, 4 or 5 points. Then Leicester went on that run, and they have not relinquished the lead since. And it's a Leicester team that when you watch them, little things. Everyone rebounds. It's not just a couple, 2, 3 guys in the paint. Everyone rebounds. I think they attack the basket pretty well offensively. Very unselfish team, too. Just my takeaways from what we saw.
Well, both teams switched up from man-to-man and went zone, first and foremost. Secondly, I thought that Leicester did an outstanding job completely as a team going after it defensively, creating turnovers. And we always talk about this. The most important aspect of a turnover is the conversion of the turnover.
Right.
And they have done that, and they've done that very well. Again, they do share the basketball very well. They've had a lot of dribble drive penetrations and kicks. They've made some key shots. Oxford had a little bit of a spark off the bench. The young man, Eli, I believe, Guivas, hit 2 threes, which was really good. But they're going to need more production. They can't rely just on him, and they can't rely on the inside game of it's Caitlin.
Silva, yes. Clayton Silva had 10 points in the first half, and you and I both noticed the great fundamentals, the drop steps, the step throughs, get the rebound, catch it high, keep it high. A lot of those things that clearly he's been coached well, he listens, and he obviously works at his craft.
Well, again, Tom Parisi has been around since Moby Dick was a guppy, the head coach at Leicester High School. He knows a lot of basketball. He loves the game. He's got a great passion. Look for him to continue to push these kids to double the ball whenever they can. He just wants them to play like dirt dogs, and he wants them to play really, really hard.
Tom Parisi was a waiter at the Last Supper, is what we're told. That's how old he is. If you're Leicester right now in that locker room with Coach Lynch and Coach Parisi, what are you saying at the half to your guys up by 6?
PWP, baby. You got to play with passion. You've got to come out and you've got to have intensity. You've got to dictate. You've got to dominate. You've got to make Oxford do what they don't want to do.
Yep.
And they've done a great job of shutting Oxford down from dribbling through the lane or penetration into the lane. They've got to continue to collapse, but they get out well on the kickouts too. So they're doing some real nice things.
Leicester's 4-4 overall. Oxford's 5-4 overall. You and I talked about the Clark tournament. This is a game that would go a long way towards getting one of these teams closer to qualifying for the Clark. We're only halfway there, though, folks. Leicester leads at 28-22.
I'm District Attorney Joe Early, and I'm proud to partner with Charter Communications with our pledge to help raise awareness that bullying should not be tolerated. From local school students, here is our message.
If you see someone getting bullied, stand up for them. You never know what a few words can do.
We need to foster safe environments for students in their schools and their communities. Join the anti-bully crusade, take a stand to lend a hand, don't be a bully.
Presented by the law offices of Joseph J. Coriglia.
Charter TV3 and UMass Memorial Healthcare have teamed up to bring you the latest news and trends in healthcare. Health Watch, presented by UMass Memorial Healthcare, brings you the healthcare topics that are important to you. From stroke prevention to allergies, skincare to sports injury prevention, and nutrition to pregnancy, Health Watch at UMass Memorial Healthcare informs you on the issues that affect you on a daily basis. Health Watch on Charter TV3. For extended interviews with UMass Memorial Healthcare experts, log on to our website.
Local sports have a unique way of bringing families together, bringing generations together, bringing neighbors together. In Central Mass, you have families that have been here for years, and you have grandparents that played at a certain high school, and they're watching their grandson or granddaughter play at their same high school. And there's something real special about that. Everyone comes out on a Friday night for football or to support the basketball team or the softball team, and everyone wants to support their team, and everyone feels, whether or not they have a son or daughter playing, or even if they don't know anyone on the roster, they come out because they went to school there or they're from that town. And for us to be able to cover that is really unique, really special, and really gratifying.
We'll run into people all the time, whether they're home from college or they're visiting family and they don't live in the area anymore, or they'll say, hey, how's my team doing? How are these guys going to be this year? And so people remember where they came from. They remember their high schools. They remember their playing days. And
if you were from here, you know how unique and how special it is that you can get coverage of your high school and your college.
We have a bond with the community. They appreciate us. We appreciate them. To hear people cheer for you when you show up, because you're just there covering the game. We're not the game, but it's cool.
I've had people tell me that we brought high school sports to a whole new level in Central Mass because of the way we cover high school sports and cover them like they're professional athletes.
Local news from Central Massachusetts for Central Massachusetts. Reporters in the field. And an in-depth local forecast. Worcester News tonight on Charter TV3.
They go inside now.
Great step through. To rebound that ball.
Three from the corner. No.
I think scored.
Yeah, it was. That was his first two. The feed.
Nice reverse lay.
Kenny. Three from the corner. Hook line. Half statistics. 3-point field goal percentage. Leicester hitting at 40%. Rebounds about even. Turnovers about even. Points off turnovers even. Pretty even game. Here's Perkins with a three to start things off. No good. And the rebound by Goodney. Down in the corner. We got obstructed view in the corner there. I think it was O'Neal. It was O'Neal who took it.
It was.
It's like the old Boston Garden there. Once it goes to that corner, Kevin Wells and I
it's like being
out.
down at Whitensville Christian again.
Yeah, you're right.
We've had some great gyms over the years.
Yeah, we certainly have. Good venues. Owusu kicks it into the front row.
Some of the places that we have broadcast from, you had to have a shoehorn just to get into your seat, But we bring it to you.
Yep.
No matter where it is, no matter what the weather is, kind of like a mailman.
Here's the steal. Duvall cut off at the pass as he circles back.
Erickson didn't shoot it well in the first half. He has the ability to shoot the three.
Steal by Enberg. Enberg to Padini for the scoop.
Again, nice job sharing the basketball. 2-on-1 break.
Largest lead of the ball game for Leicester, an 8-point advantage.
Against the zone, it's really important. You've got to make two play one. When you do that, then you have a 4-on-3 advantage on the offensive side once you reverse it.
Here's Perkins. Owusu.
5 on the shot. Up, block.
And yep. That is it.
Nice job.
Just kept bumping him and bumping him until he bumped him out of bounds.
Yep. Good look at Duval right there. Alex takes it hard along the baseline, get bumped out of bounds. Timeout, Oxford.
All right, we'll take it alongside. Kevin Wells and I will be back with more great Central Mass high school basketball right after this.
I'm District Attorney Joe Early, and I'm proud to partner with Charter Communications with our pledge to help raise awareness that bullying should not be tolerated. From local school students, here is our message.
If you see someone getting bullied, stand up for them. You never know what a few words can do.
We need to foster safe environments for students in their schools and their communities. Join the anti-bully crusade. Take a stand to lend a hand. Don't be a bully.
Presented by the law offices of Joseph J. Coriglia.
There's Mike Lynch talking to his Leicester Wolverines. In a game of runs, Oxford had the first one. They had a 6-0 run early in the first quarter to go up by 4, but then Leicester had that 7-0 run to start the second quarter to take a 5-point lead, and it is a lead that they have yet to relinquish. And they're in front by 8 right now. Phil Robo, our statistician, the best in the business. He is the Superman as well as the justice of the pieces, as he got the call late today. Someone needed him to marry them. Pedini no good. The offensive rebound. Enberg up and in. Double-digit lead.
Well, once again, there's that intensity. Great timing. Good job on the inbounds pass for the steal. 10-point advantage for the Wolverines.
They put up the bat signal. Someone needed Robo to marry them literally in a couple hours, like a 2-hour notice. Phil said, no worries, and like Superman. Into the phone booth, comes out with his black cape and the Justice of the Peace outfit. And he married a couple at 5:45 tonight, and then came over here to help us.
Now, big
Enberg
bucket.
for 3.
You know, deep downtown, Kyle Enberg, the senior forward, knocks down the trifecta.
8 points for Enberg. He's a player, too. If they can get into the Clark tournament, you look at O'Neal and Enberg on a big floor, they're going to be tough to defend. Good hustle. Goodney banging with Silva. Silva went down. He's holding his ankle. O'Neal helps him up. Good sportsmanship.
Yep, almost rolled it. Oxford catches a break. They get the ball back here. 12 on the shot.
Here's a 3 from the corner. Rattles in and out. Goodney the rebound.
Big steal. Nice job, Perkins.
Perkins looked at it. He had O'Neal and Goodney back. Perkins 3 from the corner. No good. Did a nice job to get it off quickly. O'Neal was coming out to contest.
Yep, Jared has been ice cold too. He's struggling a little bit, but you know what they say, when you're a shooter, shoot.
Yep, beautiful driving dish. Pedini to Samuel Kenny on the wing. Kenny hits the 3. Oxford wants a timeout. Largest lead for the Leicester Wolverines. It's a 38-22 advantage.
Started to say, when you're a shooter and you're hot, you keep shooting.
Yep.
When you're cold, shoot till you get hot.
I like that.
So Oxford's got to find somebody to start loosening things up from the perimeter. Again, they've got to take it to the basket to open things up a little bit more.
Pedini.
Once again, great drive. See how the defense just collapsed,
Yeah.
and then the kick out, and then nothing but he rips the cord from 3.
You exactly what you just said. He had 4 orange jerseys in the paint. 4 of them. 4 orange jerseys in the paint.
You know, it's a chess game. It makes the game so much easier if you play a little bit of chess with the basketball. You get into the paint,
Yep.
you force them to collapse, and then you look to kick it.
Yeah.
You know, the other thing is, and some of these things go unnoticed from the viewing audience, and that is coaches teaching kids to go to open space with hands high. You know, so you've got to have your hands high, you've got to have your feet ready to step in, catch and release.
Yeah.
You know, it's so important.
You're right.
When you identify that and you see that with a team, you know that it's great coaching.
Leicester is on a 12-0 run, and they lead it by 16. So the script has been flipped a bit from a week ago. Can Oxford come back the way that the Wolverines did a week ago? Down 17. Silva with a 3. Hits the top of the backboard, and the rebound taken by Kenny.
Again, we talked in the open. Both teams going to look to run. Leicester doing a nice job here, forcing Oxford to get back quick. Oxford with the turnover.
Here come the Pirates, Owusu. And he's fouled. And if you're Leicester, the one thing you don't want to do is turn the ball over right now with a 16-point advantage.
No question about it. Nice job getting to the basket. And, again, you don't want, you got to get in front of the offensive player. You've got to try to position yourself to force him to go to his weak hand, but you got to move your feet. Wasu shoots 2.
Well, and this is what you need just to get some scoring here. The Pirates 0 for 5 from the field in this half.
Oh, it's a big free throw to break a lock jam and an icebreaker.
Owusu hits them both. He's got 4 points, all from the free throw line. He averages 12.5 a game. O'Neal feeds Goodney. Goodney stuff.
Big block.
Silva with the block.
They'll give it right back, though.
Each team with 4 turnovers this half. Under 4 to play here in the third quarter. From the corner, the 3.
Boy, I'll tell you, right?
Yeah, that's Kenny again. Same spot, same result.
Yeah, again, they're doing a nice job of reversing the basketball against the zone. You know, you got to play a zone with man principles, and you got to go high hands on the shooter. You got to get out. Great job defensively there.
11 points for Kenny. He averages 9 a game. Here's a deep 3, long rebound. Perkins.
Nice
Perkins.
rebound. Now, big bucket. First field goal for the Pirates here. Almost 5 minutes into the third quarter.
Yeah, and it's the first field goal of the night for Perkins, who came into the night 3rd in the Swickle C in scoring at 12.7 a game. Just under 13 points a game. So that's what Oxford's hoping anyway, that kind of gets him going.
Dave Meach into the ball game for the Pirates.
Oxford swings it around. Owusu looking for some daylight. Silva on the block.
There you go. Good job getting the open space. Nice skip
Owusu,
pass.
Beautiful. Long rebound battled for and controlled by the Wolverines.
Turn it over. Picked off. You just said it. You got to value the basketball, especially when you have a lead like this. You don't want to start turning the basketball over.
No, you want to enjoy the shot clock a little bit each time. If it's not there, you know, you don't have a break. Owusu, beautiful fake, takes it down Main Street and a good rebound by Frescola.
A little too much on it, but you're right. He faked the reversal. He got himself right down the middle. Just couldn't finish.
Frescola did a nice job getting up defensively too. May have altered the shot a little
Great
bit.
Pass.
Down
you know, when you're in a zone too, Kevin, it's about rotations. You know, and if the middle man comes in to pick up, that means the weak side low post has got to rotate in front of that guy, and that's what didn't happen that time. Easy bucket for the Wolverines.
Frescola's got 6, and it is another assist for Padini. 43-26, Leicester in front. Oxford looking for some space.
Pass.
Meach underneath. Offensive rebound, still loose. And it's corralled. And now here comes Padini. Padini saw a seam, kicks it to the corner, but he draws the foul first.
Yeah, Coach Mike Lynch at Leicester's really got these kids playing hard and playing very well right now.
Erickson comes into the ball game for Silva. Coming up tonight at 10. Worcester News Tonight Sports, and here's Kenny with another 3.
Well, I'll tell you, he's just bringing it. They're raining threes from that left side.
Oxford swinging it around.
20-point advantage for the Wolverines.
Here's a 3 from Gervais, no good. Loose ball, and it will be Leicester ball. Beautiful play by Kenny. Banking it off of the Oxford player.
Yeah, Sam Kenny. Right place, right time, went after it, knocked it off a Pirate.
20-point advantage for Leicester. I'm sure Mike Lynch would like to see him enjoy a little bit of that.
Ooh, might have got away with the travel.
Yep. Enberg. Leicester now, Oxford rather, turning up the heat defensively, trying to trap. Enberg draws the foul. Duvall. And that's where, especially when the team's kind of running out there now, trying to get some steals, trying to do stuff defensively for you, to have a team that's poised and will move the ball. And Kevin, you talk about it all the time, and I've learned from you for this. Reverse the basketball. Reverse it, you know, and just make them run. Let them tire themselves out.
Well, the simplicity of the game, almost a turnover.
Yeah.
Simplicity of the game, ball fake, shot fake, reverse it. you know, if teams can just do those three things consistently, it's going to wreak havoc with the defense.
Enberg with the three.
They're just taking turns. They're taking
Lights
turns
out.
right now. They are
You're right.
shooting a phenomenal percentage from three-point land here in the second half.
Enberg's got 11 points. His season average is 14. He's got 3 threes tonight. But you're right, they are. They're taking turns, and that's one way to loosen up the defense. You hit a lot of those deep threes. Now you really got to extend defensively.
Nice pass by Erickson.
Perkins for
There we
three,
go.
knocks it down.
Here we go. 13, averages 13 a game. He's got to get himself back in the game, start scoring here for the Pirates.
Here's Padini. Knocked away. And it will remain Leicester basketball.
A lot of
Felix
active
Melendez
hands.
will put it in play for the Wolverines. And they can hold for the final shot of the quarter. They have a 20-point lead. 19.7. Oh, it's picked off. Duvall.
Nice job. Good reverse by Duvall. Takes it hard to the rack.
Here's Enberg. 10 seconds. Enberg up top. Friscola, rather. Enberg, nothing but net. It's a three.
Boy, I got to tell you.
Wow.
That was a pick and pop. Enberg came in, set the screen, and then popped back out, and he just let it fly.
14 points for Kyle Enberg, and the Leicester Wolverines have a 21-point lead, 52-31. We're back with the fourth quarter right after this.
I'm District Attorney Joe Early, and I'm proud to partner with Charter Communications with our pledge to help raise awareness that bullying should not be tolerated. From local school students, here is our message.
If you see someone getting bullied, stand up for them. You never know what a few words can do.
We need to foster safe environments for students in their schools and their communities. Join the anti-bully crusade, take a stand to lend a hand, don't be a bully.
Presented by the law offices of Joseph J. Coriglia.
Charter TV3 and UMass Memorial Healthcare have teamed up to bring you the latest news and trends in healthcare. Health Watch, presented by UMass Memorial Healthcare, brings you the healthcare topics that are important to you. From stroke prevention to allergies, skincare to sports injury prevention, and nutrition to pregnancy, Health Watch at UMass Memorial Healthcare informs you on the issues that affect you on a daily basis. Health Watch on Charter TV3. For extended interviews with UMass Memorial Healthcare experts, log on to our website.
Well, you take a look at it here as the clock is dwindling. Enberg had set the screen for the shuffle cut, and then he just popped. So here's the pick, and now the pop. And boy, then he really popped it.
Yeah, and Leicester's going to draw the foul. Jack O'Neill draws the foul. How about these numbers for you? Leicester outscored Oxford 24-9 in the third quarter. They were 9 of 11 from the field, the Wolverines, including 6 of 7 from three-point range.
Yeah, see, that's, you know, good for them, but I mean, it's unheard of to be able to shoot the basketball. That's a coach's dream. So good for the Wolverines, and a great job in that quarter. Now they've got to try to continue so they can preserve this win. On the flip side, the Pirates got to get unanchored, and they've got to get after it and try to get their offense flowing.
I see what you did there. Unanchored. I like it.
Very good, Kevin.
Very
you
good.
are perceptive, baby.
Looks are deceiving.
That pirate ship, yeah.
I like it. The Swashbucklers. Offensive rebound for Scola, up and in for 2.
Well, I'll tell you, nice job again. Leicester just going after the offensive glass.
8
Pirates
points.
got to have one and done in order to mount their comeback.
8 points for Friscola, 7.5 to play in the game. Coming up tonight at 10, Worcester News Tonight Sports. Andy Lacombe's going to have Wachusett and Algonquin. Wachusett leading at the half, trying to take down the #1 team, Algonquin. Doherty Burncoat girls and St. John's Marlboro boys. So a trifecta of great games, plus highlights of our game as well.
Dave Meach with a big bucket for the Pirates.
That is all coming up tonight.
Oxford in the matchup. Oh, boy. Tough to match up against that. Nice spin into the low post. Outstanding finish. Jack O'Neill.
10 points for Jack O'Neill, the nephew of Tim Griffiths. I don't see Griff here tonight. He's the best football coach here. He's awesome. I did see Rigo Alfonso, who was phenomenal He is one of the assistants. He's the associate head football coach. Former standout at Holy Cross on the gridiron, a tight end for the Crusaders.
I had a chance to catch up with a former Leicester great, Steve Johnson, coaching the travel team. His daughter's in the middle school.
Beach going up for 2.
Good bucket
He's
by
got
Dave.
4.
But Stevie Johnson was telling me that the varsity girls have got a couple freshmen. His daughter's an 8th grader and is hoping that she'll be able to contribute next year. So it's a lot of passion and a lot of fun for former Leicester or current alumni.
I like it. We're seeing a little bit of passion out there on the floor.
Yeah,
like a fumble in football. These guys don't want to give it up. They're gonna wrestle for that ball. We said this is a rivalry game, and these guys play against each other. Some of them in the fall, the football field or the soccer field.
Well, 6:20 or just under 6:20 to go. You're going to see things heat up. Both teams are going to go at. Oxford's going to extend themselves a little bit more.
Here's a 3. And a scramble for the ball. .6:02 to play in the game. 57-35. Leicester in front by 22. Oxford has the ball. Eli Gervais, he's got 6 points tonight.
Nice pass into the low post. There's a double team. Silva with the turnaround.
And he'll go to the line to shoot 2. Silva uses his body well. Friscola says, hey, I had my hands just straight up in the air.
Nice job
getting a big kid.
Getting it inside to Silva. You know, we saw him early in the game do a nice step-through move. He's a bona fide post player with what he does, how he uses his body.
Silva off the window. He'll have one more. Silva has 11 points to lead the Pirates.
Called the bank there, but you know, you always take that.
Oh yeah. .550 to play in the game. Rebound by Kenny. Leicester. And Enberg, long high rebound.
Well, a rare miss for Leicester this half.
Gervais
nice
kicks it out.
Pass.
3.
Great
Still
job
loose,
keeping it
and
alive.
the bodies hit the deck. It'll be Oxford ball.
Eli Gervais doing a great job of keeping the basketball alive. Might be Guivas.
Could be.
You know, normally at the high school level, at the college level, we check on all the enunciations so that our pronunciation is right.
That's right. For Scola, we don't have that in high
I
school.
apologize if I'm butchering any names tonight.
And you get different pronunciations sometimes even on the same bench. Like one coach will say it one way, another coach will say it another way. And the PA guy will say it a third way. You never know. Loose ball, O'Neal corrals it. Here's O'Neal.
Good job defensively by the Pirates. It'll remain Leicester ball, 13 on the shot clock.
Silva had 8 points in the first 4 minutes of the game for Oxford. I think Pirates may look to get him going again here down the stretch. So Friday night, we've got some ECHL hockey as the Worcester Railers taking on the Jacksonville Icemen. Maybe some members of the Jacksonville Jaguars, they're going to be in town this weekend. Maybe they'll stop over at the DCU Center.
I'm sure that'll be
and
high on their priority
watch
list.
the hockey as we see Woody Hudson will be back from the ECHL All-Star game. Just played in Indianapolis yesterday. Hudson, part of the hardest shot competition, hit 93 miles an hour. Shane Starrett was an all-star. In his first year in the ECHL, he played for the Air Force Academy. We saw him a couple times while he was playing for Air Force in games we broadcast, Holy Cross hockey games. Starrett left Air Force after his sophomore year. If you leave after your sophomore year, you don't owe any service to the country. Left to go pro, and he was an all-star in his first year.
Well, nice pass. Perkins with a good finish.
4:35 to play in the game. 57-38, Leicester in front. Leicester shooting 56% for the game.
Another steal for the Pirates, but Leicester gets it almost right back.
Good hustle from Friscola. Going coast to coast. You like to see that, though, not giving up on a play. You're up by 19 points and busting it to get down the floor. Perkins, he has that kind of range. Perkins with the deep three, and he nails it.
You talked about it, you called it. You're a visionary, Mr. Shea.
I scouted Perkins.
Big bucket, Oxford needs that. They've really got to get after it on defense.
Perkins has 10 points. Well, they've done their job defensively, creating some turnovers. And they try to get another one there, and they do. So it's going to remain Leicester ball. .345 to play in the game. 57-41. Leicester in front. Look at Jack O'Neill.
What do we have? A foul?
There's O'Neill.
No, 3 seconds on the shot clock. That's what we have. Leicester ball.
Let's see. Let's see what kind of screen, if they set something. O'Neill's there.
Bingo.
10-footer short.
Yeah, nice play.
Meach with the rebound. Perkins.
Big
And
rebound. Nice job.
That's Grady with that offensive rebound. And a good rebound by Kenny. Samuel Kenny's played a nice game. .316 to play. This would be a big one for Leicester. Leicester came in 2-3 in the Swickle, 4-4 overall, 2-3 in their league. Oxford was 5-1 in their portion of the Swickle, 5-4 overall.
Great pass.
You get to 5 wins and you still got a month left of the season to qualify for the Clark. You got to be feeling pretty good about yourself. O'Neill off the back of the iron. Here comes Oxford ahead of the pack, and too far ahead of the pack.
A little too much. Leicester needs to just run their offense and use clock right now.
Yeah, under 3 minutes to play. You just don't want to get frantic. The key is poise. Like you said, keep possession, and the foul is drawn. Kenny will shoot a pair. Kenny has had a monster night tonight. He's got 4 threes and 14 points overall.
Here he is going hard to the basket, gets bumped. Chance to make 2.
Now the turnovers are close to being even. Oxford's got 11, Leicester's got 12, but the points off of turnovers. Leicester with 13 points off of turnovers, and Oxford with 6. That 7-point advantage, big in this game. Kenny, 1 for 2. Adds to his night, and he's just a junior.
17-point advantage, that's a good look.
And the rebound taken there by Padini. Padini's a guy, you want the ball in his hand. Beautiful steal.
Watch this.
Up and in. Do we have a timeout? We've got a timeout on the floor. We'll take it alongside. Leicester in front of Oxford, 58-43.
I'm District Attorney Joe Worley, and I'm proud to partner with Charter Communications with our pledge to help raise awareness that bullying should not be tolerated. From local school students, here is our message.
If you see someone getting bullied, stand up for them. You never know what a few words can do.
We need to foster safe environments for students in their schools and their communities. Join the anti-bully crusade. Take a stand to lend a hand. Don't be a bully.
Presented by the law offices of Joseph J. Coriglia.
Oxford on a 10-1 run, and the Pirates have trimmed it. They're down by 15 right now. So Leicester trying to just stabilize the ship a little bit here, as the Wolverines will try to close it out. Anthony McDonald. And his Oxford Pirates coming in 5-4 overall, 5-1 in league play.
Zone press.
O'Neal and Padini in the backcourt.
2-2-1.
Padini looking for help, goes to the corner, and he got it. Oxford thought it was a 10-second.
Yeah.
Official said it was 9. So O'Neal and Goodney, they'll wait. Now there's 5 seconds on the shot clock. Now they'll go into it. Enberg's going to have to shoot. He does. Hits the iron. Under 2 minutes to play. 15-point advantage. Gervais.
Good look by
Big
Gervais.
rebound. Owusu. Floater from the baseline. Offensive
Nice
rebound.
kick out.
Brady kicks it out.
Oxford just can't get it to drop. Great job attacking the glass, moving the basketball. Just couldn't get it to drop through the cylinder.
Nope, and Padini now with the ball. You want the ball in the hands of Padini. He is a smooth customer. And he's got good poise. As Leicester going to use some clock here. To the corner, 3, no good. Wolverines get back. Owusu penetrates. Good pivot, no good. Loose ball, Goodney runs it down. 1 minute to play in the ball game. Here's Padini. Good ball control. Padini draws the foul. He'll shoot 2. Grady picking up the foul.
All about control. They don't need the basket. Run some clock. 2 big free throws here.
Under a minute to play. And the rebounds. 34-32 overall in favor of Leicester. Down low, and Enberg with a block, but he is whistled for the foul.
Alex Duval, only a sophomore. Really worked hard at his game, spends a lot of time playing.
And he's got 7 points tonight. Duval came in averaging 9 a game. 3 players averaging double figures for Oxford, and Duval the 4th at 9 a game. Gordy Cook saying no school for Oxford tomorrow. And Leicester's going to keep running that clock down. A difference of about 12 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. O'Neal up and under, no good. Gervais glides in for 2. 8 seconds remaining in the game. Padini will have the ball, and he'll hold on to it. And Leicester coming away with a big win.
So they split during the regular season. Maybe they're going to see themselves matched up again in the playoff.
Yeah, that'd be pretty good. 59-47. The Leicester Wolverines holding serve at home. Our next broadcast is Friday night. We'll be on the ice at the DCU Center as the Worcester Railers hosting the Jacksonville Icemen. Worcester News tonight at 10. A lot of good games. Wachusett Algonquin, St. John's Marlborough, Doherty Burncoat girls as well. That's the Sportscast plus highlights of this one. The Wolverines of Leicester shooting the lights out in the third quarter and coming away with a big Swickle win over their rival Oxford. For Kevin Wells and Sean Grady, I'm Kevin Shea. Thanks for watching, everyone. So long from Leicester High School.